right. All right, so now we are technically being live streamed on Facebook. Welcome everyone to Red or Green Books. This is our 2023 Debut Poets Read-a-thon. I'm so excited. This is the second of three live online book launch events we do for our authors. I apologize for the little bit of delay, technical difficulties today, but we are here and we are working it and rocking it out today. So we have Vexlex, Kimberly Adana, Karen Garabrandt, Shaki G, Marco Cervantes III, Nico Kim, Tabitha Adams, and Rita Zahir are in this launch. Cover arts by Elizabeth Oots, Ella Diem, and Shane Maynor. We're so excited to have such incredible cover artists working on this launch. Of course, we're a female forward press. We work with mostly women, and of course, usually having cover art that's designed by our in-house cover artists. Some of our beautiful authors have done their own cover art or had their cover art supplied this year, so you'll get to see some of that. So as I'm continuing behind the scenes to work to grab artwork for the display today, we have covers for 5 of the 8 authors today. So you'll get to see at least 5 of the 8 covers. The rest of the covers we will unveil at the book signing. The book signing will be in August. We're going to bump it back a little bit, give folks a little bit extra time, but that does not mean that you have to wait to get your book. If your book is ready to go to print, let's go. You can have your book as soon as you're ready to go to print and start selling that. And then the book signing will be a collective online live signing and reading by our authors. So today is designed to continue the excitement about pre-orders, to continue the excitement about the books. You get to hear from these authors again. You get to hear a little bit about their books. You get to see some of the cover arts that have come out of this launch so far. So authors, when you're coming up and you're going to read, and if you read the email, everyone will get about 10. If there's only there's 5 of you in the room today, so we're welcome to take even more time if you would like. If you'd like to take 15 minutes, that's totally fine today. You can talk about yourself, talk about the book, talk about the journey. I will bring your cover art up as I'm introducing you, and then you're welcome to go into your set. Today we'll be drawing names, so it'll be fun. Who knows who's going to be up? You better be ready. So Elizabeth Oots is here. Elizabeth was part of our 2022 debut authors launch. She's amazing, and she's an incredible artist as well. And so when I saw a lot of the work that she has done in her artistic career, I was like, oh my gosh, would you like to come to the press and do this for the future authors? And she said yes. And I'm like, yay, because she did Kimberly Adana's book cover, and it's just, I can't wait to see how everything comes out. I'm super excited. I'm not going to open today with the covers yet because I'm still trying to pull Shaki's cover over. So the covers I have today, we've got Vexlex, Kimberly Adana, Karen Garabrandt, Shaki G, and Tabitha Adams. So I've got those 5 cover arts to show you. Nico's and Marcos's are still in production, and I'm not sure about Rita's. So if she gets here, then I can ask her, and if she gets me that file before the end of today, we can show that off as well. All right, so announcements, a lot of fun things that are happening. If you've not gotten your copy of American Graveyard Calls to End Gun Violence, please do so. It is an incredible movement that we are doing to call for an end to gun violence. Here in New Mexico, we've had our 2nd mass shooting in a week. Last night, we had 3 people killed and another person shot. Thank you, Shaki. So we're experiencing that where I live, where myself, Kim Adana, she's here as well, where we live, we're experiencing a lot of gun violence. So it's important that we continue to talk about those things. So if you want to see the 4.5-hour book launch for that, it's up on our YouTube channel, redorgreenbooks.com, and Red or Green Books, Red, but R-E-A-D, right? R-E-A-D, because poetic license, we're sassy. We like to play with words. But our YouTube channel has all of the past events as well as the 2023 debut launch. All right, and then at Word is Right. Word is Right is a co-host, a co-sponsor of this event. We have later today Out Loud Podcast Live, which is based off of a Red or Green Books anthology, the literary art anthology that we did that is LGBTQ contributors only. Shaki G runs that podcast live, and that will be at 6 o'clock Eastern, right, Shaki? I produce these shows. I should know these things. So if anyone wants to pop over to there after this, for sure, please join us. All right. Any questions from the authors before we start today? Everyone knows what they're going to do. All right, so I'm going to welcome up Elizabeth Oots. Her incredible book is titled Was. It has poetry. It has photographs in it. She's an incredible photographer and artist as well. And so I'm going to open it up to her as not just a poet, but also a cover artist here. Talk a little bit about her process, about her artwork, about her platform. She's welcome to plug her and all of her stuff as much as she wants. If you go to the website, redogreenbooks.com, you click Meet the Artist, you can find her bio, her pictures, and samples of her work. All right, Elizabeth, I give it to you. The floor is all yours.
Thank you. Okay, first, where can I get one of your shirts? I want one of those.
I'll work on it.
Okay.
My friend did it for me as a tester shirt. So yes, we'll work on.
Yeah, you definitely need to sell those.
Okay.
So hi, I'm Elizabeth. As Marissa said, I'm an artist and photographer and poet. I published my first, only book so far, but not my last. First book with Marissa last summer. So it's like coming up on the year anniversary, which is really cool. And as you all probably know, it's a really great process working with her. So yeah, I've always done art. I've done a lot of crafty stuff, never really considered myself an artist until about 2 years ago when I quit my corporate job. And then took 6 months off and started just dabbling when I was at home. And so started doing painting, and because I'm cheap and I love words, I usually, so I'll show you some of my work. I usually do my art in old books and use book pages and stuff. So like, this is a copy of The Razor's Edge, which I tried to read and didn't like. So instead, I'm just repurposing it as art. So I do mostly abstract mixed media. And part of that is because I'm not really good at drawing things. So this way, it's like, if you see a thing in it, it's a thing. But, it's like, it doesn't have to look like a horse because maybe it's not a horse. And so this is my first time doing cover art. I did my own art for my book, which was photography. And then Kim and Donna had seen some of my art, and it just like, we really clicked as far as just like her poems sounded like something I might have written, and I think vice versa. And then we had a really great just start to that relationship. And so her cover art, which you'll see later, is basically, we've taken book pages that actually have a reference to her title and stuff in them, and have like overlaid that with some mixed media art and words and stuff that are meaningful to her. So it's been a great experience. I was really nervous, but Kim helped because she's been really easy to work with. But I think it's been great to we started by like letting me read her poetry. And I think that really helped me kind of get the vibe that she was going for. Like, this was not a person that wanted something super dark. She wanted like colors. She wanted there to be sparks of hope and things like that. And so I think as a writer, that helped me to like convert it from the words to the art that she wanted. So that's what I'm doing. I do have a webpage, which my child, who has been home now for a day and a half from art school, is redesigning as we speak in the kitchen right now. She's like, this is good, but it could be so much better. Like, you go for it. And so, yeah, I mean, that's sort of me. I have been doing a lot more art instead of writing lately. My therapist says that that's okay, but I really, I really need to write more. I think, and as you probably all may know too, for me, the art part is easy because it's just like almost mindless and you just get everything out there, but the words are scary. So, so that's me. And if you ever want to look at my art, again, it's out there at elizabethoots.com. And then it's on Red or Green Books. I don't know what else to say. I can show you a couple more examples. You want to see that?
Sure, you're welcome to do a share screen. Here, let me go ahead and do the multiple people can share screen.
Oh, I was just gonna hold it up. I don't really have much online. I'm like working.
Okay.
So here's like, I don't know if you can see. So this is a poem, a found poem. in a book page. So do stuff like that. I also like to sew. I don't really do well at sewing clothes, so I just sew paper instead. And so like this, I've got an art show coming up, and this is a piece that didn't make it, but it's called Ripples of Love is the name of the show. And so this is, it's stitched onto there, the ripples on, and then it's watercolored and has other stuff on it. All these are books. They're all stuck together. Oh, and then here's another one that's just sort of my go-to flower, but mixed media on dictionary pages. If you ever want to experiment with working on old pages, old books work better than new books, I think, because of the paper content or the fiber content. So you can sew on old paper, but you can't sew on a new book.
That's a great pro tip.
Yeah,
any other things that, like, words of wisdom? So when you're working with when you're working with an author and you're designing a cover for them, like, how does that type of conversation go? Or how, what tips would you give people who are, thinking about what kind of cover they want to do? I mean, we look at color theory, we look at composition, we look at message and all of those things.
right.
But like for someone who's a layman or just, a poet, we're just poets, or we're not necessarily artists. What advice would you give them to start thinking about what they could do with their cover?
Yeah, well, I know with like working with Kim, I think she had specific words in mind and a specific feel that she wanted it across. And I guess somehow, and not that it's easy, but in your mind, associating this feel, this tone that you want, like, is it going to be a blue? I know it sounds kind of weird, but like synesthesia here, like, is it going to be a blue tone? Is this going to be sad? Or is it going to be some kind of turquoisey blue that's a happier blue than a navy? So I think some of that is just thinking about what you want the person to visually see and how that connects with your poetry. Like mine's black and white photographs on mine, and my book is all about nostalgia. And so for me, that made sense. It needed to be the sepia colored old typewriter that kind of captured this feeling of things in the past. So I think kind of thinking just about what, I mean, you could even go as far as like, do you use a certain color over and over in your poetry? I had a friend who took all my poems, put them through something, and did a spreadsheet of the words I used. And so he's like, well, you've used yellow like 15 times and green 18 times. And so something even as simple as that, like if there are colors you come back to that you reference in the poem, that could be something you reference. It might not be the image that you want on your cover, but it might be the colors and that kind of color composition that you want.
I love that. I absolutely love that you say that, right? And publisher pro tip, if you want to know how many times a word appears in your document, you go to the top. Like if you're in Word, for example, I don't know what it's like if you're in like not Word, but if you're in Word, you go to the top and you can go find, and there's that little magnifying glass, right? Go find, and you type in the word the. Find out how many times you use the word the in your document, because I bet you it's be way more than you think, right? And so if you're looking, like Elizabeth says, you're looking for color, like how many times do you use blue or yellow or green or red or black or white, right? But how many times does color come up in your work? I love that. That is such a great tip. I'm going to do a screen share now that I have Kimberly Adonna's cover pulled up, which Elizabeth Oots did. Now, mind you, the cover art unveiling that we're doing today, y'all, is not a final cover, okay? So this is just what we have so far. So just to give you a taste of what is going to be coming out of this launch today. So I'm going to go ahead and share screen. My computer, it may take like a moment. My apologies, it's super slow. Oh, cool. Fresh Linen's coming in, which means Ella DM is probably with him. And that's our other cover artist. I'm super excited Ella's here, hopefully. Let's wait and see. There we go. So Elizabeth and Kimberly, if you would like to unmute, you're welcome to talk a little bit about your cover, the concept behind it, like how you came to this, why it matters, why it's important, how it relates to the book itself, all that good stuff.
I'll let him talk.
Oh gosh. Well, It was a process that was probably one of the most rewarding artistic collaborations I've ever been through. As Elizabeth and I both kind of speak a more emotional based language, and there was definitely a lot of like, I feel this and I feel that, and how does this feel? And going off of instinct as well. But the reason why I chose Elizabeth to begin with is because on her webpage, I think you do have some trees, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I'm like, trees, ah! I have a baby oak tree tattooed on my arm, and trees got me through the pandemic as someone who lives alone. I literally had to hug trees to keep my sanity because I just had no one else in my life that I could hug. So they mean a lot to me. But also just having like these old thesaurus pages. And I think and I'll let Elizabeth talk more about it, but I think that quiver is kind of like floating underneath the paint on both the front and back covers. Is that right? Is that how we did it? I can't tell.
I think it's on the front. The front is quiver and the back has poetry. It has poems somewhere under yeah.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, Marissa and I were battling with my laptop screen the other day. It's like, oh gosh, I can't see anything. So yeah, there's just all these like elements to it. There's my love of nature that I wanted to get across, and just the fact that every single thing about this is either it has a story in terms of the old thesaurus pages that Elizabeth held in her own hands, and she hand stamped all of those words herself, and then of course the painting. And then we have these tiny little gift tags that like you just kind of spontaneously found them, right, Elizabeth?
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, and it's and at least a couple of those are section titles, because my book is all about like kind of 6 emotions sprinkled throughout. So I just, I love it so much. I thank you so much, Elizabeth. Like it's, yeah, and I can't wait to see what it looks like on a glossy cover. It's just going to make that copper quiver pop out.
Yeah, I think so. It's hard to tell right there, but yeah, so the quiver is actually done in copper ink. And then, so the little back things I think you'll be able to tell when it's printed, but so the tags are sewn on and then the threads left on there. So they're hanging down. So it's got, in real life, when Kim gets it to you, it's got the texture to it, but I think you'll be able to see that they're actually, it's not a drawn on line. It's actually just hanging there.
Yeah.
So kind of like how things are tenuously. And then I think we also tried to give a nod, and I don't have the spine yet, but it was a kind of a weird accident when I was photocopying stuff that one of the words got smeared, and it looks like a tree, and is it quaking aspen? Is that right?
Yeah, New Mexico, we have quaking aspens that are kind of world famous. And so, yeah, it looked like the kind of the whitish bark of a quaking aspen, which was really cool. So that'll be the spine.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm so taken. This is why I love to do the cover arts and have the artists come and talk about their work, because I would have never known the story behind this. And not only did Elizabeth use different physical art medium, but she also used different techniques. She used the painting, but then the drawing, but the stamping of the letters, and she used different, physical physical materials in her work as well, and they will translate onto the cover as being looking third dimensional, and it's so exciting. And I'm glad for happy accidents. Art is all about happy accidents, right? The little trees, the happy trees, right? Bob Ross, made it okay for us to totally screw up as kids in doing artwork and making sure that we weren't perfect. And he was a big influence in my growing up doing art, and being totally okay, feeling good about making mistakes, because mistakes are just part of the process, right? And that's so true when it comes to artwork and poetry, right? People, and I love how we have the poetic license to do what we want on the page, where some might see it as a mistake. Probably not. It's just, we're sitting, we might be sitting at the back of the class, but we're ahead of you sometimes in the grades. So that I got that this morning from Just Our Misdemeanor. Shaki and I were rocking with them and AJ Houston's live this morning, and that was one of the lines from her poems. I said at the back of the class, but I may be ahead of you in grades. Something like that, paraphrasing, something like that. So that's how I think sometimes poets are viewed. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop screen sharing. Elizabeth, do you want to plug again where people can find you, where they can buy your book, all that good stuff?
Sure. You can find me at elizabeth.oots.art on Instagram, and there's a link there to Linktree to buy my book. And then I'm at www.elizabethoots.com. And it's Oots, OUZTS, which doesn't look right, but it is.
I love it. I love it. Right. And names are really important to me. So I learned Elizabeth's how to pronounce her name like right away.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see the next cover you do. I can't wait to see the next thing that evolves and comes out of collaborations between artists and poets and authors. All right, so next up, let me go ahead and move to the next. We have Vexlex and her book, which was done by Ella Diem. And so I see Fresh is back in the room, so I'm assuming that Ella is with him. Fresh, you got your beautiful wife with you?
No, she's not here yet.
Okay.
She's still on the way.
Well, that's okay. We can, so that's fine. I'll go ahead, and since we're waiting for, Karen Garabrandt is not here either, but I'm going to go ahead and unveil her cover art. Oops, of course I pressed the wrong button. I'm going to go ahead and unveil her cover art, and then we'll see if Ella is able to get here. If not, we'll go ahead and start the reading. And when she is able to get here, then Lex can totally do that with her. All right, let me go ahead and share screen. Here we go. So Karen Garabrandt is an incredible spoken word artist and poet out of Atlanta, Georgia. We're really honored to be publishing her this year. She has lived on and off in Albuquerque, which is awesome because she was here earlier this year, and I got to see her, got to hang out with her, got to see her perform live in person. And so this is her book, Driving into Midnight. The cover is exactly the way I think her brain works. Some of you might feel, like, wow, I'm not the only one who feels like this or thinks this way. But it's very eclectic, like her work. It's very colorful. She is an incredibly colorful woman. And it's just an honor to be publishing her. And so this is her book, Driving to Midnight. If she's able to make it today, then we'll pop her in to do a reading. All right, so let's go. The rest of the covers, I've got, we got Shaki, Tabitha, and of course Vexlex. And so Shane is not able to be here today. So what I'm going to do is, and Shane is doing Shaki, Marcos, and Nico's. Tabitha Adams has her own cover, so you get to kind of see the way that cover is going to look like. It's not finished yet, but it'll be here. It'll be going through soon. I do not have a cover for Rita yet, so I can't unveil that. And she's not here, unfortunately, so we won't be able to hear from her. But hopefully for the book signing, we'll be able to hear more from her. Go to the website. So the website is already built for these authors. Go to the website, redogreenbooks.com, click meet the authors or meet the poets. If you go to the 2023 debut launch, all 8 of them are there, their pictures, their bios, their handles, all of that good stuff. And I built the spot for the reviews for their books to go. So as you guys get reviews, compile them into one document, send that to me when you have your reviews, and then I'll upload that with your cover art to the website already to begin generating some love for that. So when Ella gets here, when she gets ready, just let me know, and I'll make sure and get them going. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna do the read. You guys ready? Dun dun dun. First one. Oh, well, it's Karen Garabrand, but she's not here. Good thing, like I showed her cover. It was fortuitous, right? All right, here we go. Tabitha Adams, you are up, which I love it because she was last time. So let me go ahead and do a share screen for Tabs for her cover, and then remember we have about 15 minutes. I mean, you don't have to take all the time if you don't want to. I'll just keep track of the time for you. Talk a little bit about your process, your cover, your book, and then read as long as your heart desires. Let me go ahead and do a share screen, and then I'll unshare screen for your performance. But you're welcome if you want to talk about your book, your cover, all that.
Hi guys, that is my baby, and I'm gonna tell you why. So about 2 years ago, I was mentally or emotionally in a lost place in my life, right? I had always known that I write, but because of earlier learning disabilities, I never really considered myself as a writer. I decided my kids went for the day. I said, what I'm gonna do with myself? It just so happened that the New York City Poetry 2021 was taking place. I jumped on a ferry, and I always love street art. I'm always taking pictures of things and places. And I was literally in the back of the ferry, what I'm gonna do with myself. And I took this picture. And then I built up the courage to do open mic. My first open mic ever was at the Poetry Festival of 2021. And this is where that book cover comes from. I wanted to honor the place that I come from, which is New York City. I wanted to honor just that moment of my life, just traveling from one place to another and really coming into touch with myself. You know what I mean? And then I thought the color scheme was beautiful because you see that kind of the darkness on the top of the skyscrapers, but something was so attractive about it. You know what I mean? It was still drawing to the eye. So I thought I'm going to honor that moment in my life where I knew that poetry was going to be something that I do for the rest of my days. And that's where that came about. I want to thank Marissa Prada because she's going to put that together for me. So I'm going to go briefly in. The last time we came together, I did one poem from each one of my chapters. I'm going to kind of revisit that today. Poetry is about New York City, addiction, child molestation, unfortunately, and finding yourself in life, self-love. So I kind of did a tribute to that opposed to my chapters. I named each one. The first one is called Genesis because it's the beginning of me having this new journey in my life and kind of really being in touch with my talent and not just kind of working for someone else to put food on the table, but really being a part of, who I am. So, and then the second one is The Hurts of Love, and it has a backdrop of the city. You kind of see the darkness plus the structure, the light of it both. And the last one is called Joe. My father's name is Joseph. He passed away a long time ago. And it stands for joy over everyone. Sometimes we lose our happiness in this place, and writing has brought that to me, something safe in my life. So here we go, guys. Let me just grab this paper. All right. When heavens cry. I come from a home unfulfilled. 7 hours of long lines fall to the sound of small wages, overcasting the shadows of my kitchen cabinets. In this place of nightmares, I hold myself empty, crossed legs, drowning in the doubts that I have poured. I have watched the men in my neighborhood disappear into the light, marking out pavements with 7-day candles. The cries of their mothers can be heard in the places we no longer have the heart to walk through. Because each memory is a glimpse of their reflection. And this reminds me of the reasons here I shall no longer be found. For where can growth be in the view of dead flowers? circling the years I can no longer afford to lose, and peace. That was titled When Heavens Cry. I underline S in heavens because I find it amazing that there's more than one heaven, but that's just me. The next one, I'm gonna do 2 more pieces. This is called The Distance of Tomorrow. Another weekend has passed as I sat on familiar routines, frustrated by the bars of no replacement found, the one that pops when I'm in need of help, reminding me of some of the reasons why I stray, rise before time and get distracted. This door of everything I ever prayed for. My daughter's legs have grown long, yet Sala still spells her place of rest, her classroom and her kitchen table. How could one afford to skip another weekend, be late to another service? Every morning I awake while leaving rest unfulfilled, inspired by the thought of greater. I need her to know me, and I know her, he says. Seek my face before the works of my hands, and maybe that's where I went wrong. Hands to hands, knees to ground, all I do is ask. God forgive me. I've been searching for the insides of my yesterdays with the eyes of chipped walls. All these things I know to be normal to the next woman ain't. Raising babies alone often comes with dark moments, ones that proud parents don't speak of. So those 2 poems were found in The Hurts of Love. This next poem is also found in, this is going to be the first poem of that chapter, and it's called Nowhere Yesterday Called. And it's an acronym of NYC. Let me read it to you. 9 yards, covered Jose in snow, becoming your neighborhood, building cemeteries out of its own destruction. It's not your choice on yellow streets that lead you to the courtyards that rape men. NYC. Noise, yells, change, need you clean, not your city. No mother should have to view the light that steals, no mother should have to view young habits that steal the light out of a boy's smile. Customers becoming playgrounds, neglecting your community. Your neighborhood has become less home and more bones. Commuters holding 2 fingers over the face of your brother. Need you change. The thought that this yank isn't everyone's war. Circumstances will become examples. Notice your circle, NYC, not our children. Notice Jose, your neighbor's child. Now he watches as his mother slowly pushes her yellow cart through the mountains of his addiction, calling memories of when she once stopped and spoke with him. Now you cry, your prayers awakening the heavens. Shadow city of noise, where no one utters word. That's the name of my book. I appreciate the love. I appreciate being here with you guys. It's been a pleasure. Marissa Prada is like gold to me right now. I thank you guys.
Oh my God, let's go. Shallow City of Noise by Tabitha Adams. Oh, let's go. Oh, Bronx in the house all day, right? Harlem not that far beneath not that far south, right? Harlem in the house. Lex is here. I love the New York City people, I love it. My dad was born in Harlem in 1942, so I have this really interesting familial call to New York City and to all of the poets there. I love y'all so much. Let's go. Next up. Well, let's see. Wait, Ella DM. Is Ella back? Let's see. Cindy. Oh my God. Let's do this. We're going to do this. So,
Hello.
Hi. Let me kind of catch you up. So we'll give you, if you want some time, talk about your platform, your artwork. Ella Diem is one of our cover artists here, as she's also Fresh Linen's wife. And Fresh Linen was one of our original authors who we launched Red or Green Books with, and it's so exciting. They're really like family. I'm gonna come to Japan now. Damn it, let's go. And Fresh Linen is active duty military. And so thank you for your service, Fresh, and Cindy for supporting him and their wonderful little baby girl. She's so sweet. So so we'll give Cindy a little spotlight time to talk a little bit about her artwork and herself and her platform. And then we'll bring up Vex and we'll bring up the cover art. And the two of you can kind of talk a little bit about the process of getting that cover art together. And then we'll break it into Vex Lex so she can go ahead and read since her book will be pulled up. How's that sound, y'all? Sound good? Okay.
Yeah. So, hi, my name is Cindy. I go by the name Eladium. I'm sorry that I'm so late, but I've been traveling around the world recently so much that I constantly get confused with the time difference, and I apologize for that. But I'm 31 years old. I'm married to Fresh Linen. I love doing art, mostly digital art, but I also do acrylic paintings. I love photography. And yeah, my motivation to do art is just it's like therapy for me. And I love being in nature, which is mostly my motivation to do that. Yeah, I love animals, dogs, and I just love a colorful life. Yeah, and you said I should talk about the cover art, or Marissa?
I'm rushing to get the cover for American Graveyard, right? Because you did it too. So, but yes, anything you want to talk about as far as your platform, your artwork, anything like that, I will go ahead and do a screen share. So our your websites, your handles, all that good stuff, and then I'll do a share screen, and you and Vex can talk about the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so let me do this. Let me remove the spotlight. There's, you know, I'm so not tech savvy. I promise. I'm learning how to do all this. Like I learned during the Out Loud book launch that you can spotlight two people side by side. Like I didn't even know that, right? How long am I gonna do? I did not know that. All right, so I'm gonna do a share screen. And you and Vex are welcome to talk. Take as much time as you want. Introduce the book and kind of the cover art and all that wonderful stuff.
Oh, I like that.
So Alexa, she gave me some brainstorming what I was asking her to do, like what she was imagining to being on her book cover. So she gave me stuff like balance, chaos, sun, night, and yeah, I came up with that yoga lady, which is stands for just being balanced, but also if you see the brain is like thinking a lot. I used the sun to be in the brain, which is highlighting words, and that's pretty much what her imagination was, and I hope I did it the way she imagined it too. I had lots of fun creating this book cover. I put a little bit of my own twist in it, which is lots of colors, like I said before. Yeah, and the dark blue, kind of like dark bluish background symbolizes the night. Yeah. Do you have to say anything, Alexis?
I'm still just in awe. I'm like looking at it. I mean, I've seen what it's, what it's looked like through the process, but just seeing it right there, I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. It's been amazing working with Ella, and just, I never really knew about this kind of thing. Like when we set up the meeting together, I kind of just like, do I just let the artist do the work and kind of just give them some ideas? And then like, I didn't really know what to do. And then my mind had so many ideas, but then as soon as I gave her like some of the words, she asked me, I think, for like a poem or two from the book, and she kind of worked from that. And I kind of was like, I want it to be nighttime, but also the sun is out, because my book is kind of, there's like kind of conflicting things in my book where, you're one way, but then you know, I write like a lot of irony. So just, and then already from like our first meeting, she kind of was like, oh, I have so many ideas already. And I was like, okay. So, and then I knew with the title, I kind of wanted like, you know, like the sun and the brain kind of exploding a little bit with the title kind of coming out of it. And then just that, what she prepared, I couldn't have even imagined. So I'm like just blown away. And I'm so thankful that I chose her to work with. Because as soon as I looked at the Red or Green Books website and I looked at her work, I was just like, yeah, this is the one. So I'm just
Thank you so much.
again so much.
Oh my God, I love it so much. I'm gonna do a stop share. So definitely like maybe Ella, I'll ask you the same thing I asked Elizabeth. Like when you're working with an author for the first time and they don't like Vex said, she didn't really know where to start. You know, do you just totally surrender to the artist, or do you have this clear, concise mental picture on how you want things, or is it somewhere in the middle? Like, what would you suggest for folks who are going to be next year's launch or come after this launch who have never done a book or are considering another book, designing a cover? And what do you need as an artist from them? What do you like, and where are the opportunities, for growth when working with an author?
Well, I definitely would say it's definitely a middle thing. Both of the artists, like the author and the artist, should be satisfied because it's the artist's cover art. So that person has to be satisfied, but also it's their words in the book. So whatever they imagine should be symbolized on the cover. And what I like to do, I asked Lex to send me a song she likes to listen to, because I try to like get in the vibe what she's writing to. So I try to match the vibe and put that also on the cover art. At the beginning, you just need to brainstorm like author and artist. That's what I like to do because there's so many ideas, but putting that on one page, it's hard, but it's also lots of fun, and it's a lot of imagination, a lot of fantasy, a lot of just being creative. And you have to constantly communicate and ask and go back and forth if the other likes what you do, and if there's something they would like to add to it, or if they would like different colors. And yeah, you just have to match the energy. And for newcomers who gonna write a book in the future, you definitely need to find your artist. Not every artist is for every author. Like I like it pretty colorful, but there's a lot of people who maybe just like one certain type of colors or neutral colors. And yeah, just communicate and see if you match. And if you match, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna create something amazing. And I had lots of fun.
So now not just me, but Vex Lex know what Fresh Linen felt when he fell in love with you. Like, because like this woman, you see her work and you just like Vex Lex said, I saw and I just immediately knew I wanted her to be my cover artist, and it's a good point that you say, not every artist is for every author, which is why we have a really eclectic group of artists in-house to try to deliver what it is that the author wants. But like, not to pull away from Vex Lex's cover, but to add to Ella Diem's to her work, she turned in this incredible picture that we wound up using for American Graveyard Calls to End Gun Violence. She turned it in as a submission for the art book. And I was like, oh my God, can this be the cover art? Can we have you contracted? And it's great because at the bottom of every cover is her signature, right? So every book goes out has her signature on it as well. And of course the title's namesake came from Vex Lex. So like how awesome is it? How magical? Like if you don't believe God has his hand on what we're doing, or some spirits or some karma or some destiny has its hand in what's happening here, get out, right? Like, you know, she picked Ella, the name was from Vexlex, and together they made a book baby. And I'm so excited to see what happens with the cover. You know, I'm kind of thinking like, I don't know how Lex wants to do, you know, her back, but you know, it's going to be awesome whatever winds up happening with the backs for all of these for these incredible artists. So thank you so much. Ella, did you want to plug anything before I open the floor to Vex?
Well, if you like my art, you can follow me on Instagram, on Facebook. You just type in LIDM and you should find me right away. I would appreciate that. And hopefully I will get to work with some of you in the future. That would be amazing.
And LADIEM is spelled ELLADIEM for those who might be watching this back later or who are not familiar with the artist. Of course, if you go to redagreenbooks.com, click Meet the Artist, you can scroll down to her profile, read her whole biography, and look at lots of samples of her work. Ella, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all your work for Vexlex and for the press. And thank you. I can't wait for the next project.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to turn the floor over to Vexlex, who we're super excited to be publishing another New Yorker in the house, and her incredible book, Ask Me Again in 6 months. And Lex, feel free to take as much time as you want. We're capping it at 15, but you don't have to take the full 15 if you don't want to. You're welcome to talk about anything you want in that time. Make sure to plug yourself, your cash handles, everywhere where people can get your book. And for those of you who have not yet sent that stuff to me, please send that to me and I'll get it on the website as well.
All right. Thank you, Marissa. And thank you again, Ella. Just this whole process has been so beautiful. And then like, I always knew like, this has been my dream, publishing my own book. And just for this to finally be happening, I'm still just kind of in awe. That's when like you showed the cover, I kind of was just like, I was just like floored in my seat because it's happening. All right, so I'm Vexlex. The title of my book is Ask Me Again in 6 months. And what you kind of got from the cover is that, you know, there's a lot of paradoxes in my poetry. Like, you know, it's nighttime, but the sun is out, you know, kind of the whole duality of things. So I kind of formatted my book that way. So I'm going to do, probably like maybe 6 poems. I have 7 chapters. They're called Ramblings, Sensory Overload, Figment, Hard Hitter, Identity, Pure, and Coping. So I originally kind of wanted to shape my book to be towards mainly about mental illness. But then I kind of wanted to include a lot of other things. So mental illness is kind of an overarching theme. It's kind of in the background, but, you know, has someone with mental illness dealing with everyday things, love, heartbreak, the chaos inside yourself and the chaos around the world. So kind of through the lens of someone with mental illness, just looking at everyday things. So this first piece is called Please Excuse Me, I'm a Mess. And it's the first poem in the book. An unfinished rant to be continued at an unspecified time and date. An unintentional slant. I try to keep myself in line. But you see, I am a mess, so easily stressed over things that do not require a second thought or even a second glance. But I dance with my insecurities, lay them all out for you to see. If it pushes you away, is it really my fault for thinking you'd stay? A small spill that continues to leak, a silent cry that becomes a shriek. You will ask me to describe myself. I will say that I am a mess, a light drizzle as a teen who grew up to be a hurricane, a torrential downpour aching to be seen. When my skies finally clear up, who will I be? And the second piece is called tears. Who decided that crying was a sign of weakness? That once our eyes begin to water, we cannot allow ourselves to surrender to the tears, letting the stream trickle down our cheeks because we may just drown. And the emotions we so desperately seek to avoid, seek to deny altogether. But what is crying if not hope persevering? That glimmer of light needed when we encase ourselves in darkness. What is crying if not relinquishing control and freeing ourselves? Crying is a superpower. When babies enter this world, their cries are a sign of life, a sign that a heart beats within. Who decided that only stars were allowed to collapse? A scientific phenomenon, you are also a solar system. It is already difficult to arm oneself to defend against external battles. When our weapons have depleted from internal warfare, must we be both casualty and an enemy? Contrary to popular belief, humans are meant to feel. It is your right. How do we expect to grow if we do not nourish our souls? If you find yourself crying over something so minute, so insignificant, consider that maybe your body has been parched for some time and the thirst needed to be quenched. Maybe it isn't breaking down after all, but the pieces falling back into place. So this third poem is called Casualty. It's from my Figment chapter, which is basically about, heartbreak and lust. So let me just get right into it. Casualty. I knew at any moment you would explode, and still I did nothing to shield myself from the blast. I was just a casualty in the war against yourself. I removed my armor, discarded the bulletproof vest in the hopes that you would withdraw your weapon. If you saw that I meant no harm, I thought disarming you would do the trick, but neglected that ticking time bomb in your chest. That was no ample time for me to find cover, to create distance between you and I. But there I stood, a consequence of prolonged optimism, waiting for you to make your next move. And without warning, you burst into flames. This next piece is called A Flavor's Taste. It is from my hard hitter chapter. I go by Vex Lex, so that chapter specifically is kind of more of my vexed pieces. And you'll kind of see why. A Flavor's Taste. You call her spicy, but still wince when she burns you. Guzzle down some milk to lessen her intensity, because she is indeed a mouthful. You wonder if you should try to adjust to it, but come to the conclusion that she should earn you. You call her hot, but she backs away since you're the one missing a few degrees. She is in charge of her temperature and will not let you climate control her. You mock her for having standards that you cannot live up to. She's never been the type to go down easily. She's not your typical seasoning, so no matter what reasoning you may use to peruse the chapters of her cookbook, remember that she is a required taste. This next poem is called Ode to My Voice. It's pretty short. A lot of my poems are kind of long, and just now, recently, I've been kind of writing shorter poems. But this poem is from my identity chapter. It's called Ode to My Voice. I was born into a whisper, faint, made to be unknown. I grew into a murmur, quaint, destined to speak alone. A stutter through the awkward years, so much restraint, an inhibition I could not condone. The young, timid girl who had to realize she had the choice, that one day she would become a voice. And my last piece is called Exorcise, which is from my last chapter, my coping chapter, which kind of, going through everything in life, mental illness, love, heartbreak, healthy love, and how you're coping with everything. So it's kind of the culmination of everything, and kind of it really, that specific chapter really kind of focuses more on the mental illness aspect. So it's called Exercise. Depression is the ex-lover who just can't seem to take the hint. And even after all the messages that have been returned to sender, I cannot be surprised that it will always know how to gain access. Can you put an order of protection against yourself? Some days it feels as though it is impossible to escape this voyeur. If I shrink myself enough, will I be out of its line of sight? After all, it is the type to wander on the sidelines of your relationship, desperately waiting to be subbed in. When one of the players has taken a nasty fall and is unsure if they are able to continue, it works to keep the player out all season long and convince the team that although they have a considerable lead, that can change at any point in time. Depression is the alarm clock that will not stand to be snoozed for too long. But sooner or later, I will gain the strength to unplug it. So those are my pieces. And I just want to say again, thank you to Marissa. This has been a whole wonderful process. I think one of the best parts of this process, besides working with the cover art, is I think when I had my meeting with Marissa, she said, to kind of how you want to format the poem. Because, you can write the poem. I already had the poems, but I've never really focused on how to actually format it, like, drag words out, extend it, like how do you want to shape the poem? And I never really put thought into that until this process. So I'm thankful to Marissa for that and giving me those pointers and just this whole experience. So if you guys want to follow me, get my book, DM me Vex Lex Poetry, that's VEXED Lex Poetry, or also check out my website, officialvexlex.com. And there's a form to fill out for the pre-orders.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. I'm so excited that you are on this launch, and you're just such a light in this poetry community. And thank you for being receptive to everything and for this. I encourage all of you to do a video when you get your books, when you unveil your books for the first time. It is such a special part of getting a book, and I'm so excited. Like I'm excited because I know what you don't know yet, and then you're gonna know what they don't know next year, and it's gonna be so much fun. It just is. It's like extra love, the more we do, it's just like the more overflowing love. So thank you so much, Lex, for being part of this. All right, we're gonna keep going. We got 3 more poets to get to today, and I'm sorry, Kim, if I would have known we were gonna do picture, I would have just had you go right after your meeting with Elizabeth. But let's see who's next. Nico, are you ready? So we do not have a cover yet, but it's coming. It's in the works for Nico. Nico Kim, everyone.
If you want to share my screen, I'll share you the sketch that Shane sent me.
Oh my God, let's do that. Let me do multiple people can share screen. That like I haven't even seen this yet. So I'm like, I'm so giddy. It's so much fun watching these covers come together. So yeah, feel free, Nico, to take it as long as you want. We're doing up to 15. You don't have to take the full time. Definitely please plug your platforms and where people can get pre-orders and all that good stuff.
So this is the cover. The title is Bare Knuckle Boxing. I don't know what my computer's doing right now. Can you see can you see the title?
Yes,
or the
yes,
cover?
we got it.
Cool. So the title again is Bare Knuckle Boxing. Boxing is using the Roman god of wine and tits, so the god of partying, and turning that into a verb, boxing. So Bare Knuckle Boxing is the book. And stop share. Resume share, stop share. Okay, so yeah, I'm really excited. Shane, I didn't know Shane was doing three art cover arts. That's crazy. A little bit about myself. I don't know. So I know I was gonna share. So I'm upset, right? I could have like started with the introduction of me poems and like done like these poems that I'm gonna do today the last time, instead of just like go over the contents of my book. But
you're totally fine, right? Because different people are
spotlight's
going
on me, and I'm like super nervous right now.
You can remove the spotlight on your end. If you can go remove spotlight on your end, but for the YouTube or for the live stream, they'll see you. So that way, that's what I do. So it doesn't mess
now I
with
can see
my
the gallery. Makes it a little less nerve-wracking just looking at myself. All right, so I will start with a little bit about myself. My name is Nico Kim. I'm trilingual. I've lived in Germany, Korea, El Paso, Texas. Been countless countries, countless cultures that I've interacted with. I speak fluently, speak fluent English, Korean, and Spanish. Okay, I can't say Korean anymore because it's really bad, but I understand it better than that. But I also know like Japanese, German, a little bit of Twi, so out of Ghana. Chinese, like a little bit of French, right? Anything that's Latin based, it's about the same thing as Spanish. So I love words. Words are the coolest thing in the world, and we get to share them. And we have this written thing called writing, and how we say our words are expressed differently. So that's what a lot of my book starts with, and has a little of we'll say underlying themes. It's just like repetition of some Japanese words and like ways to like integrate foreign languages in America, even though America is a melting pot. So with that, I'm also known as like the serenading poet. I like singing. I'm not serenading anybody. I'm just gonna sing a song that kind of introduces who I am, and I'm gonna share the poems. You got me thinking I need to cool it on the whiskey, and if I don't do it, I'm just expecting you to ditch me. Ooh, I'm talking crazy. I really want to make a difference. So if you leave me, baby, how are you even gonna miss me? Monday, Tuesday, all throughout the weekdays, doing what I can to keep you holding on to some days. I'm doing all that I can. Oh, at the drop of the hat, oh, I go shooting for ya. There's no turning back. I know everyone has warned ya. When you mess around with fire, you get burnt. No, there's no lie, but Lord only knows I'm better with gasoline. So I come off crass and brash, like I need a class of crash course in social etiquette, for delicate minds tend to fold once I start sharing mine. Thus, I'm inclined to share. And though I come off with an air of vulgarity, like I'm angry, stupid, or pissy, if you read between the lines, you'll find that I'm more close to an angsty hippie who has seen that everything inside of a melting pot becomes less of an amalgamation of piles when there's something that stirs that pot every once in a while. Thus, I'll smile and defy all social graces that thus I'll smile and defy all social graces that end up making conversations an interactional bog. Because the way I see it is life is already too fucking short. So we could discuss about my dick if the preference was small talk. Speaking of which, I would say don't judge me until you've walked a mile in my shoes. However, I won't, because I already know your response is going to colloquially be, the shoe doesn't fit. Therefore, the stride must be incomplete. The point is, I've stayed out here showing motherfuckers how I've been walking. They just steady stuck in the stupid stereotype of what people say about small feet. With that, hashtag FYP Tsu. So Tsu is like the smiley face. When you see like hashtag FYP and there's like that smiley face, that's Japanese for Tsu, like the first word in tsunami. Where is my this? Sorry, I had it and now I don't. This is improper poor planning on my part. All right. Monday, Tuesday, all throughout the weekdays, doing what I can do. All right, so hashtag FY Pizza. It almost starts with pizza and a smiley face, bro. Food getting in my feels, but For real though. Notice me, senpai. I know I'm just tenpai demo shinpai shinaide. Demoing my tongue like I've been sprung to splurge on an ice cream sundae or trying sundae. Maybe someday soon, dear, my sundere facade will be robbed of stoicism by such peon strokes of poeticism turned gobbledygook. And maybe then I'll know more Korean too. Naabaji joke. Chincharo. Mianheo. Quesadillas. La razón yo conozco esto un gringo es porque me gusta comer quesadillas con un tenedor. I know it's a sin, I know. Con un tenedor. The reason I know I'm Korean is because I flip the tortillas on the stove with chopsticks. 내가 미국인임을 아는 이유는 quesadilla를 좋아하기 때문이다. An approach. It wasn't without apprehension that my lack of comprehension towards the English language became my first thirst toward the acquisition of vocabulary, grammar, and diction. My nemesis wasn't my slow uptake, nor even my short attention span, which wouldn't allow me to finish a chapter to a novel in one sitting. It was my apathy, this apathetic attitude that portrayed my aptitude as someone unable, this fact turned fable when I wrote my first poem. Since I had the practice of pontificating with myself already bestowed, it went from senseless sentences to senseless rhymes, and today you'll still find me with my mind rambling out rhythms in hopes to find a new line. And over it, I don't walk, I stumble. I don't carry, I fumble. I don't speak, I mumble. I don't climb, I tumble, but the rumble in my belly fuels my hand to write, so a spark ignites and my thoughts take flight. It might be that my destiny is to write out my thoughts, but when my mind can't find any meaning, my writing seems for naught, because my knowledge, though full of breadth, it lacks depth. So I ought to rot to find my inner author, to father the words that need to be written and read, words to make the feel so like lead, words that shouldn't be left unsaid, but I dread this a prelude, a rude attempt to make suspense, since I'm short on the resource it takes to make sense. Being a writer sucks. It's like being in a forced relationship with a succubus who snuck his kiss, because I'm now stuck with this talent that drains my soul. You see, the only reason I write is because words explode out of me. It's not like I'm proud to be someone who knows how to put them together poetically. Shit, words are a curse, and they only offer a slight fixation. It could be said that I write for self-asphyxiation, go blue to the face from suffocation, just for the purpose of rhyme, assonance, and alliteration. But what's worse is that I was born to be a writer, born to learn and be consumed by the written language and those who've mastered it, born to have a pen in my hand to put the paper endlessly into all hours whiling wistfully whilst writing. But every time I do, I come to a standstill. You see, there's this standoff between my mind and my intentions, because it's come to my attention that I have nothing of worth to mention, but you could literally cut me open and my literary blood would be black and blue ink, begging to be used in a pen to write words. And as I've bled on my pages and read poets throughout the ages, I've come to the realization that I'm nothing compared to greatness. So I asked myself, Nico, why do you continue to write? And I answered, though I'm afflicted with a talent that tortures and torments me so, I am given the sweetest of reliefs when I relieve myself by just finishing a poem. And then this will be the last poem. Something about smooth sails not making veteran sailors, I think is what it's called. We got to find it. Forgive me. Yeah, something about smooth sails not making veteran sailors. Oof, need to crack my back and give it an old college stretch. My neck quicksand crackles, my left ring, arthritic finger swells whilst peeling, nose hair stands square where smells of the moist air start revealing the feeling of the sky wanting to burst open, taunting my eyes, scoping for hope in the form of a raindrop. If it's the same pot boiling, softening potatoes that's hardening the egg, then tsunami, tornadoes, and thunderstorms are complying under normal conditions. But then again, what is normal to the flood is chaos to the flooded. Thank you.
Damn it, let's go. Nico Kim, everyone. one. Oh my God, let's go. The caliber, quality of work on this launch is just incredible. The diversity, the content, the deliveries, the man sings, let's go. Like, come on, Gifted Johnson's in the room. She's all sprinkling you with like glitter and love. Like, yo, Gifted like sprinkles you're singing with love. Like, you know, that's some real shit right there. All right. Thank you so much, Nico. Y'all check the website to make sure that all your information is up on there. If I'm missing any information, get it to me so that I can update the website. All right, and I will update the covers after today with those of you who have covers that are complete. All right, next up, we got Shocky G, which means we're saving Kimberly and Donna for the end. So Shocky G, let me go ahead and do a screen share here. We'll bring up Shocky, and she could talk a little bit about her artwork and the process behind the cover, what her book's title is, what you can expect to get in the book. And then when we're done with that, Shocky, I'll go ahead and put the spotlight on you, and you can just take it away. All right, here we go. It's a stunning cover, by the way, my friend.
Thank you. So Shane worked on this cover. It was a pleasure working with Shane. I wanted something that it was somewhat morbid because a lot of my stuff does get a little bit dark. But with the title being In Lieu of Flowers, the focus is on giving honor to things that don't usually get honor. Just like, you know, people don't get their flowers while they're alive, kind of thing. And so the candlelight in the background was supposed to represent like a candlelight visual, and in the front, the darkness, but also from the darkness, the colorful black roses with rainbow designs on them, coming as a result of that, as in my poetry, coming out of the darkness and giving honor to those things. So she captured it really well.
Okay, let me stop share screen. All right, so there you go, Shocky. Let me spotlight you and have at it.
All right, so I have my manuscript up. I didn't have anything prepared for today. So I have 113 pages of poetry. So if you guys just want to pick 5 numbers in the comment, I'll read those 5 from the manuscript. Don't be scared. All right, 69. I hate you. Let's see. And I don't know what is what. The book is broken into 4 sections. They're not named. The first section has to do with being Black and the Black experience. The second section is my relationship with family. The third one is mental health, and the fourth section focuses on love and homosexuality. All right. So 69 is actually ode to whiskey. I had trouble with addiction before alcoholism. So that's what this is about. I loved you once. Once the numbness came to greet me. Me, I was a chilled glass waiting to be filled with anything. In other words, I was empty. Empty hearts are what's left after you give all you have to give. Give me anything to forget. Forget me at my lowest and only remember what you built. Built, I mean bruised, burnt, brittle body, weak in your grasp. Grasp on to this. I do not need you anymore. I have found how to feel new things. Things that could have held me closer to healing than you ever could. Could you feel this? I am learning to love myself. My heart no longer an empty casket burying grief. This chest is not a graveyard. Cannot be jagged tombstone atop crooked bar stool or stumbling zombie stepped under a crescent moon. Thankful for lessons learned with oak barrel aftertaste, but ready for palate cleanse renaissance. There are no answers lying at the bottom of a bottle, just blank stare reflections. I have looked into bottomless pupils long enough. So that is Ode to Whiskey. All right. And the next number y'all had was 22. All right, 22 is called No Pain. Today, I want to write a happy poem where no Black people die. The police stay off the block. We watch Wakanda forever. And remember, we were royalty in real life once. We look at each other as brothers and sisters instead of ops. The funeral home takes days off because we're so busy focused on living. The news does not mention Chicago to prove any bullshit theories about violence or guns or the Black community. Today, my pen does not bleed. Instead, it simply glides across the ballroom of my notebook, falls in love between the lines so much it doodles in the margins, says something like, remember when, and the memory makes your lips part, like the Red Sea, shows off your ivory towers. This one is for keeps. Hold it tight in your palms and don't let anyone take it away. One day, these memories will be all we have left. I want to write a poem that feels like that. All right. 3 and 25, look at you cheating and picking two. Just kidding. I'm gonna read 25 because it's next to this one, and then I'll go to 3. And 25, I can't sing, but it's the song part. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I've heard you can't get rid of darkness with more darkness. But no, you glow like celestial body, like burning embers, your aura, bright colors, neon rainbow. Why would they try so hard to dim you if you weren't blinding? Love is blind and you are all that love wishes to be. Imagine love on its knees, praying out to you, the way you cried for mama, or freedom, or safety. Love has been waiting for you to claim yourself a deity, spread yourself across space before hatred finds a way to pour your blood on soil. They are afraid of the light. Did you know light bulbs used to be everlasting? But they sat in a room, found a way to cut its power short, sacrifice it to their pocket god next to the lint and unused buttons. And this is what they think of you. But fuck that. Everywhere you go, you better let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And that's actually a true story. The original filaments on light bulbs would last like for eternity, and light bulb companies weren't making enough money, so they got together and they signed a treaty to change the filament to make it not last as long. All right, so page 3 is called Soul Food Sobriquet. My name has always been Cinnamon Challenge in the back of the throat. Maybe my name is truth, hard to swallow. I have shortened my name, made it appetizer, added sugar, not all things nice. And still, you struggle to digest it. My mother once told me she spent hours milling over my name like soul food, like Sunday dinner. Yeah, my name is collard greens, mac and cheese, and baked chicken. But you prefer a hamburger. Too often I have let you choose, but some days I want to be old school. The way my foster mother was, say, you will eat what I cook or you won't eat at all. It was always Brussels sprouts. Is that how you see me? bitter, poorly cooked, and lacking flavor. I like to believe my name has been drizzled with balsamic, simmered with bacon, the way I love my sprouts. Hope you could learn to love my name too, but I watch you push my name around the plate, chew it up, spit it out as something less distinguished. You say my name tastes like the blood of my ancestors, garnished with the tears of my youth, reminds you of a meal your grandmother used to make. If you remember correctly, it wasn't your grandfather's favorite. The way he washed it down with whiskey, regurgitated it with hatred, left it on the kitchen floor, said, whatever it is, it's someone else's problem now. As if my name was never good enough. It is hard for me not to wish that the next time you speak my name, you choke on it. And I think there was one more in here, if I have time. 33. All right, 33 is, Dance of the Dandelion. It's a newer poem that I wrote and just added. Sometimes I wish I could be selfless, like a dandelion is, the way it Robin Hoods the earth to become someone else's wish. And maybe I am my mother's dandelion dream, still afloat, looking for a place to land. But I've yet to see a dream take root, even though everybody has one, even Alberta King, even Mammy Till. Just last week, another Black boy was shot for being in the wrong place, and maybe he too was his mother's dandelion dream, snatched out of the sky, crushed between thumb and pointer, or thumb and pointer. Dandelions are the first plant to flower after a wildfire because they don't need much to grow. After the flames of racism has turned this ground to ash, maybe Black mothers, dandelions, will sprout into reality the way Black mothers, dandelion roots, are so great at holding everything together, keeping the ground from bowing to erosion. They say if you hold a dandelion flower close, dang it, Black mother, you will glow a golden hue. And sometimes I wish I could still be selfless like our mothers are, sacrificing their dreams and hopes to see change, treated like weeds, as if they have not been medicine, food, life. But we are our mother's dandelion dreams, still afloat, looking for a place to land that isn't still burning. All right. So thank you. And my pre-orders and stuff are up on my website, shakigpoetry.com. So yeah, check it out. Thank you for the space, and Marissa, thank you for helping me get my dream off the ground.
Oh, let's go. Let's go, Shaki G. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm so excited for all of these authors. Like, look, even Gifted's like doing the, yeah, right. Let's go, Gifted, right? I mean, we're not stopping. This launch is just incredible. And I'm so glad Gifted came through to hear everyone, because there's a lot of people who you guys didn't know each other before this, right? All of the poets on this launch, y'all did not know each other before this, but you do now, and you didn't know the artist necessarily before this either. And so the process of developing and watching this come to life and being together on the journey is huge, right? No one else is doing what we're doing as a press, as far as launching debut collections and launching them together and launching them over the course of time and through live events. So it's just so much fun when we do get to be together and do these. So if you missed the Meet the Poets, go to the YouTube page and watch the introduction where we read the bios and everything for each of the authors. Go to the website. You can find all of their work, their bios, their handles, everything on redorgreenbooks.com. So I'm going to do, as we bring up Kimberly Adana, right? She's our last but certainly not least poet in the house. I'm so excited for Kim Adana. I'm going to go ahead and share screen again so we can just remember what her cover is as we bring her up today to close out the show. This is her cover to her book titled Quiver, cover art by Elizabeth Oots, who we had heard about and heard from earlier. I just wanted to give that a quick reminder for those who are watching or perhaps who came a little bit late and missed the cover. And Kim, I will open the floor to you. Let me go ahead and unmute you, spotlight you. And I'm so excited that this is our first New Mexico poet in a debut poetry launch. So Kim, the floor is all yours. Welcome, and I'm so glad you are here.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I had asked Marissa, do I need to put some sort of disclaimer in Quiver, my book, that kind of warns people about the vast array of subjects, from a Spider-Man epic ode to childhood abuse, to a murder, to my hippie love of nature, loss of my mother. And there's like humor, there's darkness, and I'm like, I don't know, it's just like this kind of potpourri of fuckities. And she's like, fuck no, like just that's what it is. But what I did do is, when I read each thing aloud, I listened to what was happening inside my body. And no matter what the subject was or what it looked like on the surface with my words, it's like what came across inside me. And so I ended up dividing all of my narratives, prose, and poems into 6 different emotions. And I put them in the chat. Spry, soar, SOAR, grounded, soar as in SORE, arisen, and quiet. And I used a combination of adjectives and verbs to section out the works, because I don't think that only adjectives describe emotions. Sometimes a verb does as well, or even an adverb, anything, fuck it, anything. It describes feelings and emotions that happen inside our body. So I just thought I'd do a little experiment, and I don't know, can someone just kind of chat out or unmute and give me one of those 6 emotions, and then I'll just read something from that section? Does that sound okay? I have my manuscript right.
What are the sections again?
I picked grounded.
They're in the chat. Spry, soar, grounded, and then the other version of soar, arisen, and quiet.
I picked quiet.
I see arisen in the chat, but I heard
in the chat.
Gifted was saying quiet, or was someone else saying quiet?
So I
Elizabeth
see
said quiet.
arisen is in the chat, but I did hear quiet. So do you want to do both sections?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do one from both. One of my best friends, Vadi, is here today from Boise, Idaho. And I just want to give a shout out to her. She is a fucking amazing woman, single mom, just like Marissa, and she survived breast cancer last year. She had a double mastectomy, and she's like my fucking hero. So there's Vadi. So Vadi suggested arisen, and then I think maybe Gifted or someone else suggested quiet. Okay, so let's do at least one from arisen. Let's see. And I know that I killed the trees, but I had to like fucking, I don't know. I needed to like go like this, like with my manuscript, like, oh God, I love you. I love you and I hate you. Sometimes I hate you.
You better do a video when you open your book. I'm gonna drive it to you. I'm gonna hand deliver your book to you.
Yes, that would be great. Okay, so here's the arisen section, and this is just for my my colorfulness. Okay, all right, we're gonna do the Savior from the Arisen section. And I'm reading off of like bona fide paper here. Okay. Sitting in his chair, he called it his chair, therefore it was his chair. He smoked his pipe, he watched TV, he ate dinners on a tray set before him. She worked 12-hour days, mixed herself drinks, cooked casseroles at night. Losing his job, he gained time in his chair. I played outside, came in, curled up on the couch, watched him watch TV, ate my meals across the room from him. She stayed in the kitchen. An afternoon when she was working and he was not, I spent my allowance on puffy stickers and Jolly Rancher candy, came home to do my chores, wash the dishes, polish the tables, wipe the windows, vacuum the floor. He said I was sloppy. He said I was slow. He said I was sassy, unfastening his buckle, swaying in a stench of cigarettes and Coors beer. He asked, "Do you want me to use the belt?" Sometimes I scurry to obey, but today I turned to face him, ready to rebel. My fight was big, but my body's still small. He dragged me down the hall, through the garage, onto our driveway. Two neighbors watched, both men, as I struggled and sobbed, sucking up salt and sweat, gasping for air, trapped between fury and fear. Everyone can hear, he hissed. Everyone can see. If you stop crying, I'll let you be. But how can a kid quickly calm down when her protector is also her predator? I was on the ground, my face was pressed against his pant leg, and I saw his shoes were brown and mean. He was grasping my arm and I was twisting away. And who was he to think that this was fucking okay? When I saw a faraway figure walking on the horizon, a stretch of sidewalk between us and it was moving fast though, and the it was a she, and all at once she was here, and she was me. She was older, she was stronger, she was superhero huge, she was bolder, she was wiser, divine, yet true. Slowly and gently, she removed his hands from me. Slowly, gently, she picked me up, set me free. The neighbors watched her reprimand him. The neighbors also watched her forgive him. They shook their heads, walked into their home, and as he sat on the oil-stained driveway, legs splayed like a little boy's, I raised my arms over my head and threw my body into cartwheel after cartwheel across the cool, soft lawn, yelling, "I am saved! I am saved!" Thank you. Whew. Quiet would be really nice right now. So gifted, thank you.
Let's go, Tim. Let's
Okay. Let's see here. And thank you, Vatty, for suggesting Arisen. Okay, let's see. The quiet section is two long narratives. One is the dance losing an alcoholic mom, and the other is a long love story about a cross-Atlantic relationship. Since I just did dad, I'm going to go ahead and do mom. I think that makes sense, but only selections and then I'll be done since it's pretty lengthy. the dance losing an alcoholic mom. I danced amongst urban cowboys in tight jeans the night before my mom died. There was no question. After a day at the hospital, it made sense at the time that one of my longtime best friends would take me out on the town. He loved my mom too. I remember feeling nearly gleeful on the dance floor, free and happy to be alive. She was several blocks away. Her brain had suffered a series of strokes, her heart attacks, her arteries and organs, breakdowns and malnourishment. Stuffed into her mouth was a ventilator tube. And there I was, dancing in a gay bar. The year was 1998, and I was 27. Our stories can only share so much. As daughters, especially, how can we possibly contain our mothers within the boundaries of words? Let's skip around here. I awoke very early the morning after that night out. I quietly dressed as my friend continued to sleep. I left to take a walk around the neighborhood. I remember stopping in front of a bakery and enjoying watching the workers ready the shop for opening. It was a cool, overcast Southern California morning in November, and I breathed in the damp air and the smell of the breads and pastries. On my stroll, I was hoping to come across a payphone. I wanted to call the hospital for my daily check-in. Everything felt calm. I felt calm. I strolled past shoe stores and gift stores, a small park and warehouses. It didn't occur to me at the time that last night's dancing and the morning walk didn't fit in with the roller coaster of terror and ecstatic relief when she appeared well, and the guilt that I'd been riding for 2 years. Finding a phone in front of a bank, I inserted the coins and dialed the hospital. When I was connected to my mom's nursing station, I said, "Hi, this is Kim, Jackie's daughter. I'm just calling to see how she's doing this morning. I'll be visiting later today." I could hear other nurses' voices in the background and the electronic sounds of an intensive care unit. The nurse on the phone was quiet for a long moment. "Sweetheart," she said, "are you sitting down?" She must have asked that question in particular because I have a clear memory of looking around me at the sidewalk, at the gray concrete of the bank building, at the polished chrome of the payphone stand. And I answered, "Well, no, there's nowhere to sit. I'm at a payphone." My knees began to tremble a little. In a quietly gentle voice, she explained that my mother had just passed away minutes before I called. I remember hearing her and I recall responding in a respectful manner. "Oh my God, okay, well, thank you for taking care of her. Thank you for letting me know." A rush of words from a sweet, shocked young lady for whom I now, as I write this, have the utmost compassion and love. I hung up the phone and I nearly fell. My legs were jelly. And then I'll end with this particular stanza. Saying goodbye to a mother, especially a mother who drinks, may also mean letting go of the habit of supporting a grown woman, of wanting to keep her safe and alive, of being a mom to your mom. Over time, in slow and small ways, the hope is that we will learn to parent ourselves. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening. Thank you, Marissa, for your emotional, cognitive, linguistic support. And just being here today really kind of buoyed me up again, just hearing everyone else. So thank you.
Oh my God, Kim, you're such a gem and a joy, and my heart is breaking, and I can see it on the faces of the others in the room. But thank you for taking something so personal and so sad and so just, it's private, right? And writing about it, because we need to do more of that. I feel that's our vocation. It's our calling as poets, as authors, as women, as daughters of women, right? Who did the best they could in it, and it yeah. So thank you so much for being here and being on this journey so much. I would love for everyone, if you're able to, unmute your mics and just give a huge round of applause to our 2023 debut authors this year. Oh my God.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's an honor to be here with you guys.
Yes, Tab. I am so freaking proud of all of you. Like, I'm so proud of you. I know many of you I met when COVID started. Some of you I've only met recently, and so seeing this come to fruition, it's like a dream come true for me. Watching your dreams come true. So if I can facilitate that in any way, I want to do that. And this is just another stepping stone in your journey, right? In your story. And you're going to be able to pour back into the next people who are kind of coming to your life, or coming to the press, or coming to poetry. And this is just part of your journey and your story. And I'm just honored and blessed to be a part of your story, and that you're here part of our story at Red or Green Books. So go to redorgreenbooks.com, please. Check out the bios and the handles for these authors. Pre-orders are on sale now. So if you want to get a book from any of these authors, you gotta get to the websites. You can go and get their handles and go to their websites. All of their information is listed on our website. We are pushing that this first wave of books be purchased directly from the authors. So please do that. If you would like a signed copy, they will sign it and send it to you. We are offering as a press the full collection of all 8 books. If you would like all 8 books at one time, that is available for you as well. So you may have never heard Nico or Kim or Shaki or Tabitha before today. Maybe you only know Marcos, or you only know Karen, but maybe you're interested or curious about some of these other artists as well, and these authors. So it gives you an opportunity to put the entire collection into your library and have these poets perhaps have their books go to someone who never met them before and has never read their work. So it is, again, something that we're doing that's very unique to Red or Green Books. So please do that. We will be back in August for the book signing. The next time you see these authors, they're going to have their books. They're going to have their books in their hot little hands, and they're going to be signing live on the Zoom. So you can do that. All of the books are priced at $15 US. So we encourage a $5 shipping and handling fee, domestic US. If you're outside the US and you would like to purchase the books, reach out to us at Red or Green Books. We can get you quotes for where you live in the world and how many books you want to get and all that good stuff. But we are definitely willing to ship international, and we do. We ship international all the time. So please support these poets, get their books, pre-order now so that they know how many they need to order, right? Like, just go do it. I'm going to upload this video this week to our YouTube channel. So go to Red or Green Books, redorgreenbooks.com, Red, R-E-A-D. Also Red or Green Books, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can go back and watch past videos, past launches, past fun things. We got book club coming up this month. The month of June, we have Tori Letz's book, Prozac Pills, Schoolyard Crushes and Prozac Prescriptions is her book. It is wonderful. There's a $5 coupon this month for it. If any of my authors here today would like to get into book club, let me know. There is a spreadsheet I will send to you. You can sign up the month that you want to do it. And it is a good way to help generate some buzz around your book. And then at the end of the month, the third Sunday of the month, we have our author talk, where we invite the author to come and talk about their book, talk about their process, and read from their book. So it's an opportunity for you to meet the author one-on-one as well. So go check out the past author talks that we've had. Any of you want to be in the author talk? Yes, we're going to have the books very, very soon. Otherwise, thank you all so much for being here. I am honored to be leading the charge on this. I am so, so thankful that all of you said yes, that you are here, and your book is going to be here next time we're all together. Oh my God, it's so exciting. Keep your eyes peeled for your emails, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube for the upcoming announcements for when the August book signing will be. Otherwise, peace and blessings. Thank you all so very, very much for being here. Please buy the books, get the pre-orders in. They're only $15. That's practically free, right? So you got to get your books, get the pre-orders in. They'll sign them and send them directly to you. Thank you all so much for being part of Red or Green Books. Peace and blessings. I'll see you all next time. Bye.